So I mow my own lawn, just to be very clear. But I'm having my lawn aerated coming up here in a couple of days, and I didn't want to have to. I didn't really have the time the last few days. It's just a busy time of year. I was on the road, of course, a couple of weeks ago, and just a lot going on with the kids and soccer and everything else, you know. If you're going to be a Pee Wee soccer coach for first and second grade girls, you got to be on your A game. There's no time to mow the lawn these days, all right? So I hired this neighborhood kid. He's done the lawn for me when I've been on vacation. Otherwise, I'll just mow it myself. And I said, hey, I need you to take this thing down to 1.5, 2 inches. I got an aeration coming up. I need you to bag it for me and, you know, do the whole deal, right? He says, yeah, sure, no problem. Come by on Wednesday. So he comes by yesterday, and he's got his ride-on mower, but nothing's getting bagged. There's just clippings all over the place. So I just, I come outside, and we're actually about to head out the door to soccer, and I said, hey, you able to bag this? Knowing full well he's not bagging it. And he says, well, there's a mouse in my such and such equipment, and I can't bag it. I'm like, okay, so what are you going to do? He's like, well, I'm going to go over it a bunch of times, and I'm just going to keep kind of cutting the clippings and the whole thing, and, it'll be fine.
A little mulching.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, we talked about this. I told you when I hired you, I wanted you to bag it. I reminded you in a text message earlier today, please bag it. Now you're telling me you can't. I didn't say that, but I was like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. So I get home from having Claire at soccer practice, and I go to the backyard, and it's a mess. There's clippings all up against the entire fence. Nothing was edged.
AC unit looked good.
It looked awful. It was not well done at all. And he asked me for another $10 or something, $15 to bag it, and now he wasn't even bagging it. And he goes, well, I'm going over it multiple times. I'm like, really? Now he's probably 18 years old. I think he's a senior in high school. So I get home, I see the backyard, and I'm like annoyed. So I call him up. I leave him a voicemail. I'm not mad on the voicemail, but I said, listen, dude, come on. There's clippings all over the place here. You didn't do any edging. It's all up against the fence line. It looks terrible. And then I go inside. I tell Kate, and she's like, all right, well, just take a breath. Remember, young guy, the whole thing. So she was right. So what I did, I didn't hear back from him. He never called me back. I sent him a text a couple hours later after thinking about it some more. And I said, you know what? He's 18 years old. Let me be the nice guy and use this as a learning experience for him. I hired an 18-year-old kid, so I should have understood that when you hire someone who's 18 years old to do a job, you get in part what you pay for, right? Now, I'm trying to help out a neighborhood kid, and I can still be disappointed that he really didn't do the job I asked. But I said, you know what? I will use this as a learning experience, hopefully for him, that he can take with him going forward.
It seems reasonable. You had a previous history with the guy mowing your lawn. So
he had done it a couple of times. So I said to him, I said, hi, I'm not going to give you his name. I said, hey, Bob, for lack of a better name. I know you're a hardworking guy, and I'll take care of you. Huh? Hi, Bob. I know you're a hardworking guy, and I'll take care of you. But I was disappointed in all the clippings up against the fence in the back with no edging done anywhere either. If you weren't going to be able to bag it, I understand equipment breaks. But that's what I originally hired you to do, as we discussed. You just need to let me know. Even this afternoon, I sent you a reminder about please bagging it, and you told me sounds good. If nothing else, I'd like this to be a learning lesson for you. I firmly believe that as you grow your business, you do need to make sure you're clear with your customers on some of these things and not be evasive. Thanks. I'll pay you here shortly. And then I paid him. He writes back, I understand. I'm sorry for not communicating. I can come by tomorrow and do the edging if you like. I said, no, don't worry about it. Thanks for the offer. So, listen, he lost a customer. I won't hire him again. But hopefully for him, as he grows this business, if this is something he wants to do, it can be a learning lesson. And now I'm not going to sit here and lose any sleep or get worked up at all over, an extra 10 or $15. Not going to do it. Not going to think twice about it. I'm going to basically do it myself today and move on with my day. And hopefully I paid it forward and helped a young man who maybe wants to grow this business and do something with this business. And you know what? He's better off learning it with me than some jerk who would have chewed him out for it. That's my approach here, John. So did I do the right thing?
You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. No, I think you did the right thing, especially when you cut off your expectation beyond that.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know that it'll go anywhere. I think there maybe was a basic misunderstanding of what aeration is and what was to happen in order to remove those things. It wasn't just a normal lawn cutting where you want it to look nice.
Well, that's what I told him.
I think that somehow I missed that.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I hope he learned a lesson. And my attitude is I'm not going to think about it anymore. I mean, gosh, if there's anything we've learned over the last week, there are far more important things in life to spend time and energy on. And I'm not going to let this be one of them. And if I help the young guy grow his business and learn something about business and how you treat customers, I'm happy to do it. I'll take that. I'll take that one, John.
You're leading by example because so many people get out there and go, "Hey, yeah, blah 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 rah rah,"
Yes.
Just rail at the kid and don't come around here again.
On the text line, Pete, I think you actually may have done the wrong thing. Give him another chance instead of dumping him. Well, here's the thing. I won't need someone to mow my lawn now till I go on vacation next summer or something.
Right.
So I'm not like dumping him. I only used him 3 times the entire summer when I just couldn't do it. So I mow my own lawn, so it's not like I'm dumping him. But maybe I'll give him another shot next summer. I'll see how I feel. But I don't really have a need for it anyway in the short term.
He'll be at college or something away. You're going to find a new guy anyway.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Another boomer. Another Bob.
Maybe.
How much you paying?
Find a John.
Find a John.
Yeah. I'm doing mine right now.
Hey, maybe Mark's daughter. Brielle's a hard worker, man. She's reffing at 13. Get her a lawnmower, Mark. She'll make some money.
She's mowed the front yard a couple times.
Oh, look at you. Has she?
Yeah.
Gas
she
mower?
wanted to try it. She doesn't like it, but she wanted to try it.
Gas mower or electric?
Electric.
Oh, okay. All right.
Pretty easy.
All right. On the text line, Pete, buy Claire a mower and bagger for Christmas. We actually do have a fake little toddler lawnmower that obviously Claire's too big for, and so is Chloe. But now the 18-month-old Charlotte, she's been trotting around with the little lawnmower in the backyard. So I'm like, hey, you girls are getting
That's
good.
Lasted 3 daughters, huh?
Oh man. So you know what? I'm fine with it. I'll fix it up today. It's going to be A-okay, and we'll just we'll move on. On the text line, what else do we have here? Pete, you should have accepted the offer when he agreed to come back the next day and finish the job. Here's the thing. I didn't do that because he's going to edge it, but he can't bag it. So I've got to then go out there with the mower, and I've got to bag it myself anyway. So that's why I told him not to come back. I thought
the whole
about
point,
it.
you're doing aeration. You want to clear
Exactly.
the base of the lawn from thatch even.
I've got to clear it.
You don't want to add anymore.
He's playing football. He's not going to come till 6 at night.
Yeah.
I need it done. So I understand. I thought about that just out of principle, have him come back, but I didn't really want to do that.
No.
So I think I got my point across. I hope he learned a lesson from it. And listen, after the past week, we all got to realize there's much bigger things in life to worry about.
Touche.
So many of you are supporting me on the text line. Some of you are actually not. And I'm good with that. I'm used to it, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm used to it. All right. John Anthony got something in the mail here I want to share with you. So, of course, we got the recall election of Frank White coming up on September the 30th. And as a Jackson County resident, John got a little mailer here telling him about this special election. And it gives you some dates here, and no excuse absentee voting began 2 days ago. And, of course, Election Day is on September 30th. But it's very confusing because John also gets this flyer about a November 4th special election. Mm-hmm. And it gives you 3 dates around that. So this feels to me, John, maybe I'm being pessimistic here, but this feels to me like the Jackson County Election Board trying to confuse people on all these dates with all these upcoming elections and being like, well, there's this thing on September 30th, but hey, don't forget about November 4th.
Yeah, I opened my election board envelope, and what do you know? It's a value pack full of coupons. There's another piece of paper in there too, logistics. But rather than being specifically about what September 30th is about, there's all kinds of other things that make it look like, if you miss the 30th, come on, November 4th too.
Yes.
Now, sure, they're being frugal, they're covering their bases, but I think they burn through money. I'm surprised it's not on heavy stock with the 3-color print. The whole placard thing.
I would agree
Sometimes
with
I
you
get
there.
those.
I can't help but think that this is in part not just the Jackson County Election Board trying to save money, but potentially create a little confusion with like September 30th special recall election and then November 4th special election with no real reference to what exactly you'll be voting on both of these days. The implication is that these two dates have something to do with each other, and they don't. They have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, November 4th was scheduled anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
Regular
always
election.
there.
Yeah.
September 30th is just the recall of Frank White.
I got one. My wife got one. I assume people who live in Jackson County have that same thing. And I thought, this will be about Frank White. And lo and behold, look, November 4th.
Yes. So this is tricky. Just know, of course, November 4th has nothing to do with recalling Frank White. That election is on September 30th. November 4th is your standard election where you'll have different things to vote on. But the Frank White recall election is only on September 30th. So this is a little trickery, I believe, from the Jackson County Election Board, no matter what they say.